What is the means of egress? Before we can talk about or inspect for the means of egress, we have to understand and define what means of egress is. And the means of egress is that unobstructed pathway out of a building. That pathway includes our exits. A building is required to have at least 2 exits out of the building. The only caveat to that would be if there is less than 75 walking steps between any part of the building and the exterior, then there only needs to be 1 exit from the building. But in most cases, you will find that every building has, with that exception, 2 exits out of the building. Within the means of egress, we will have certain special conditions. These conditions include protection. Protection can include sprinklers, exit signs, fire doors, fire corridors, fire protection. All of those things are included in our means of egress. We are in a hotel. And in a hotel, we have a clear path that is very recognizable. I can see from walking out of my hotel room instantly that I have at least 2 clear paths of exit. They're very well lit with signs. Within that path, if one side is obstructed, I can turn and go to the other side because I have at least 2 paths of egress. And in looking at that throughout the entire path, I am very well protected. This is actually a sprinkled hallway. It's a hallway that is well lit. I've got all the emergency signage that I need to clearly understand where I'm at any one point. And so in looking for that during your inspection, put yourself in the position of somebody coming out of their hotel room, and can you evacuate safely? After understanding the hallway and the exit signs, you have to understand how to determine you're in that means of egress. Now in a hotel, sometimes there's beautiful maps. These maps, when you think about being in a hotel room, most hotel room doors, behind the door of your room has a map, and it'll say, you are here. And then it'll have a path of exit clearly defined on that map. Sometimes it's in a hallway if it's a big hotel. Sometimes it's behind doors. So things to look for. But also, you might not be in a hotel. You might be just in a normal building. And you have to put yourself in the point of view of somebody needing to leave the building. Stand in one spot. Look around. Do I see a clear path? Do I understand how I'm going to get out of here? Because if you can't, as an inspector, I don't think somebody occupying that building will either. So put yourself in their mindset. Look for a map or project yourself into that position. Those are 2 good ways to determine your egress path. Within the means of egress, there are 3 key elements. The first is exit access. That's the room you're in or the place you're in that is directly accessing the exit. The exit is your clear path out of the building, typically marked and should have arrows to give you a clear, defined path. And your exit discharge is that pathway that directly leads outside into the public way. So we have exit access, leads to the exit, and the exit leads to the exit discharge. Those are your 3 key elements that should be present in all means of egress. So let's look at this in context of this hotel. Our exit access would be leaving our hotel room, and we go out to the hallway, which are in our hallway would be our exit. Within this exit, I have got a clear path with the exit sign. And from there, I'll follow the signs down the hallway straight out to my exit discharge, which is outside the door. So let's take a look at our exit discharge. And the key is to make sure when we go out to the public way that we don't have any obstructions, any trip hazards, or anything else within our discharge point. Let's look at that on the outside. From the exit, we would leave through the exit discharge into the public way. Now, the public way could be a park, could be a parking lot. We don't want to exit directly onto a road because that would be a dangerous situation. In this case, we're exiting onto this sidewalk pad that's right here. And so long as we have enough path to get out, we don't have any trip hazards, then we're discharging into a space that's safe. So again, exit access to the exit, exit to the discharge, discharge out to the public way. Let's see if we can look at another example. Another scenario to think about. Again, the exit access is everything that is on that side of our hotel room door. That is, in this particular case, and it may not be a hotel room door, it might be an office, but that is our exit access. And the exit access has certain components that we need to identify. And then beyond that, we go to our exit. Within the exit, there are additional components that need to be identified. But first and foremost, remember that the exit access goes to the exit. And from the exit, we need to have a clear pathway to eventually get to our exit discharge. In this case, it includes our hallway. It includes exit lights, and the exit lights, if it's not clearly defined, should have arrows that point in our direction. So in this case, I go down this hallway in our exit, and I see an exit sign. And this exit sign that we have has a clear arrow. And that clear arrow points towards a stairwell. That stairwell is still within our exit. And so let's take a look at the stairwell. Within this building, within the exit, I walk into a stairwell. In this particular stairwell, I have a clear exit sign that not only says we're in a stairwell, but exit discharge is one level below us. And so if it's clearly defined, I can walk down these stairs and find the next delineation, which would be some other form of signage that would again direct me within the exit towards the exit discharge. Following the stairwell, which is a clear path, we could have a hallway as well, but this is a stairwell. We come up to another sign that says exit discharge, this level. I also have an exit sign above, so anybody walking down through this exit will clearly see that this is our way out of the building. I'm following the exits, I'm following the lighting, I'm following the signs. And then we'll go through this door and be still within the exit, but hopefully approaching that exit discharge. Still following the very clear delineation or markings in the exit, I'm leaving the stairwell, walking into the hallway, still within the exit. I can see my way out of the building, and our next step would be actually exiting through the discharge of the building. So walking through this door, I'm now at the exit discharge. I've gone from the exit access to the exit, through to the discharge, and now I'm out here at Public Way in a safe environment. That is following the means of egress through this building.